Gary Blasky, Lake Munmora. Well, I appreciate that the EPA's finally done something about it, and I know it took a bit of time to do all the studies, but I'm still sceptical about where this is all going. They may carry out a prosecution, they may win, they may lose, they may get a fine, but if the fine is like most of the fines from the EPA, they're equivalent to $15,000, even though the EPA is saying that it could be up to $1 million. But yeah, you really have to do something pretty spectacular to actually get that sort of fine. So, it's just going to be sit and wait and find out and make sure that they don't do it again.
I'm very glad that the EPA has done its investigation and the outcome, but in fact I wish the EPA had more teeth, and I wish the fines were much higher, because there's been a bit of a history of breaches of their licences at various times, and even $1 million for them is not a great amount considering the profits that they've made. Which also brings us to the point of recollections of community concern when the government sold off the power stations, the power generators. At that time, the focus shifted to profit making, and part of that, even if it's just neglect or accident, but a shift away from some focus on maintenance. And it's the inadequate maintenance has resulted in the fish kills. And this has been really disturbing for the local communities. We are passionate about our lake, we love our lake, and we want to see the biodiversity protected. And there just doesn't seem to have been enough of that.
Good to see some justice happening for the lake. I saw it happen, so personally feel happy to see some justice for the rays and the fish that were killed. You can see a few ways of the fish kills that's happened. The population is diminished even more on top of what has been happening for a long time because of the long-term effects of the power station here and the seagrass that's been killed and the habitat for those fish. And I hope that as this case unfolds and the reparations that can be made for the fish kill, that there can be some funding and work done to restore the habitat for the fish and try to bolster up the fish populations that have been lost from the fish kills that occurred last year, and for the ongoing effects that having the power station on the lake has had. And fingers crossed, all the power to the EPA, give them strength, and hopefully they can win the case.
Well, I think along with the rest of the community, I'm extremely pleased, and I'd like to commend the EPA for the stance they've taken in doing a thorough and due diligence on what happened with the fish kills, and the fact that they're now going to be prosecuting Delta for the problems that they caused.